Just woke up this morning, take the dog for a walk. Monday morning, silver hit $110. We only just had the $100 silver party Saturday night. Markets open Monday morning, $110. So I'm getting messages this morning. When do you think we're going to be having the $200 celebration parties? Well, look, 110 already. It won't be long. I think the next parties celebrating silvers breaking free from the criminal manipulation, it could be very soon. It could be next month or it could be March. We don't know. It won't be long. $200 silver celebration parties on its way to $500. $500 this year. $1,000 next year. But the real question should be asked, when will there be a failure to deliver? When will they run out? Because what that means is a collapse of the banking system as we know it. A collapse of the fiat currency system, the promissory note system. We're calling out the fraud of promissory notes, all the work we do with promissory notes. They are broken promises. They are magic money, as Elon Musk called it, magic money computers. How long until that whole system collapses, and what will it be like, and what happens next? This is what we're talking about when it comes to silver. We're $110 now. We'll be $500 this year, $1,000 next year. Will the system last that long? I don't know. I suspect there's back office meetings. All the people who went to Davos are panicking. What comes next? I'll tell you what I think, and this is just my analysis, my best guesses. They are working on what comes next. When the US dollar has a crisis, the rest of the currencies will also have crisis. The pound, sterling, euro, and all of the fiat currencies will be in crisis, meaning very large inflation. Some might even go into hyperinflation. That's the end of it. They need to go over to some kind of a new monetary system. It's nothing new. It happens every single time. Every single time a promissory note system has been tried, it has always failed without exception. Zero exceptions. This is 100% of the time. The only ones who haven't failed are the ones who haven't failed yet, like the pound sterling, US dollar, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, euro, yuan, ruble. They haven't failed yet, but they will. It's an absolute 100% certainty they will fail. They've been printed into oblivion. The supply has to keep expanding, and it will collapse. I don't know when. It could even be this year, but I've always said either 2026 or 2027. I'm thinking by 2027. By 2027, these currencies will be in such a crisis, there'll be a failure to deliver silver. The banks will collapse. There'll be emergency measures brought in. Don't worry. We know the prices are going up. It's like huge amounts of promissory notes to buy a loaf of bread, to buy a basic shopping. There's crisis. We don't know what the values of everything are. Everything's in crisis. Companies are going bankrupt left and right. Your pension, your insurance, you've all paid into all your life has just gone whoosh. It's just gone. But don't worry. We've got this Britcoin. B-R-I-T. Britcoin. Name might be different, but let's call it Britcoin for the purposes of my example of what might happen. You'll need a digital ID. Most people have got it. They've got some kind of government gateway kind of, or you've got some kind of an account there anyway. And if you haven't, you'll need to sign up for one to get it. Immediately when you sign up, you'll get 200 Britcoins credited to your Britcoin account. Now to start with, they might be one-to-one with the British pound, or take this whatever country you're in. If you're in a euro, a dollar, whatever country you're in, you'll have a digital version of your account. It's a totally new monetary system. It is not the old system. They are not pound sterling in Britain. It's different to pound sterling. These are Britcoins. Now, these Britcoins will go to, nothing to do with the banks. The banks could collapse. It's the same. You've got an account with biometrics. It might be a face. It could be some other biometric ID, and it'll be very hard to get. You cannot fake this. You have to have linked to your driving license, your passport, whatever, biometric ID. Your account has got 200 credited straight away, and as long as you meet all their requirements, you've got a social credit score and all that, you can sign up for your universal basic income. They'll give you, let's just say, another 200 Bitcoins every week. You'll be able to go and buy your basic food, pay for your basic living expenses with Bitcoins now. And why I think it will not work is because there's going to be all kinds of restrictions on them. There's going to be a time limit. You've got to spend them by this date because the inflation. What a loaf of bread costs you in Bitcoins this week, it will cost more Bitcoins next week. But it's fine. There's no limit how many Bitcoins they can create out of thin air and add to supply. But smart people who follow this channel, you'll be taking your Bitcoins and going and buying silver and copper. And you'll be buying them wherever you can. The price will be very high. And you'll be buying silver and copper. And the price of silver and copper will be shooting up. Don't buy gold. If you follow my channel, if you listen to my advice, do not buy gold. Gold is very, very plentiful. Supply is much greater than demand for gold. Whereas silver and copper, particularly silver, demand is much greater than supply. So that's why I think there'll be several attempts to rejig the system. The first attempt with CBDC, some kind of digital currency when the pound has gone away, the banks have collapsed. It will not work because people will be taking their Bitcoins and buying them by silver and copper and things like that, real things. There's going to be massive inflation. Soon you're going to need 1,000 Bitcoins to buy an ounce of silver. And you're only getting 200 Bitcoins a week. And your wages will be paid in Bitcoins. If you still got your job, the company survived, your pay packet, and you'll be paying your taxes and your national insurance and all these other things, you'll be paying them in Bitcoins. It won't last. They'll hyperinflate in no time. And we don't know how many are in supply, but there's all kinds of questions about it. There'll be no confidence in it. People want to get rid of it as soon as possible. They'll be trying to buy silver and copper and real things. And there'll be no confidence. There'll be another new Bitcoin too. This time they've tweaked it and they'll call it a different name, Starcoin. It won't be called Starcoin. I'm just making up a name because I don't know what they'll call it. They'll have some fancy name for it. This Starcoin, this is it now. This is the system. This is much better. Bitcoin was a halfway house temporary measure just to fill in the gap because there was chaos to calm things down. Now we got a new Starcoin. And this one, you'll be getting a good universal basic income and they'll have all kinds of measures to try and get people's confidence in it. This Starcoin, this is the one Britain will be using. We'll be giving everybody universal basic income. Again, might be 200 Starcoins every week to pay your living expenses, pay your bills, you'll have your wages paid into it. Whatever you're earning in pounds, you'll be now paid in Starcoins. This is it. We've got stability. Wonderful. It won't work because people will be going and buying silver and copper with their Starcoins. And then they'll make it illegal to buy silver and copper, which will drive the price up even more on the black market. Silver and copper are private and anonymous. They can't stop it. And there'll be talk. Jim Rickard's plan, he released a white paper. We're going to lock up all the silver, gold and copper in vaults in the Swiss Alps so that nobody can transact in anything apart from the Starcoins or whatever the government tells you to transact in. But on the black market, people will be buying things. They'll be going to producers of good quality food and goods and services, and they'll be paying in a couple of grams of copper or milligrams of silver or gold. And on the black market, you'll be going and buying something. Somebody's selling some goods and services you'd like to buy, and the price will be 560 Starcoins. But you'll whisper, you take the people's money? What did you say? Will you take the people's money? And they might say, that's dangerous. No. And they'll point, people are listening. No, the phone's listening. Okay, you'll have some other code. Or they might say, there's some other code. Come around the back and we'll talk. Leave your phone there. And I say, 6 grams. What? 6 grams of copper. I can do milligrams of silver. Okay, 2 milligrams of silver. Whatever it is. And there will be a black market. But the people will call it the free market. This is the people's money. You don't have to use Star. Again, there'll be no confidence in it. Starcoins won't work. There might be several attempts of a new monetary system, and all these attempts will not work. And then the black market will overwhelm the government-controlled market, and people are just going back to real money. As happens every time in history, the same cycle repeats. And they will have to go back to stage 1 of the monetary cycle. They have to. The only way to get confidence in a new monetary system is to have it convertible for monetary precious metal. As soon as they do that, they say, okay, we give up trying all these manipulated things. Starcoin didn't work because there's no limit, no confidence. They say grams of gold, silver, copper, trimetallic standard. And it will just be called gold grams, or gold milligrams, silver milligrams, or copper grams. And you'll be able to buy and sell things with it. And they'll have this government-issued digital currency that will be gold, silver, and copper grams and milligrams. And then you got stability again. And that is stage one of the monetary cycle. Digital promissory notes this time. Might be paper ones as well in the future. And they will be convertible for the monetary precious metals. And they'd go back to true value. Very, very valuable. At that time, silver will be so valuable, it is now economic to retrieve from landfill, which is cheaper than all these hard-to-get-to silver deposits. There's plenty of silver left in the Earth's crust, plenty. But all the easy, cheap-to-get-to stuff has been got to. What is left is very expensive to get to. But it will slowly become economic to mine those. But it takes a long time from discovery to production. It's cheaper to get all the little LED lights and all the little electrical readouts and all the electronic consumer gadgets that have been discarded over the last several decades. It'll be worth getting a couple of grams back per 10 ton of landfill or something like that. And supply will slowly start to increase again because silver's so valuable. And we're going to go back to that. So how you decide to make decisions these next few years as the world goes through this transition, if you listen to me and you think there might be a smidgen of truth in what I'm saying, the banks are going to collapse when there's a failure to deliver silver, which will come soon. The silver price, the value of silver, the purchasing power of silver grams is going to go very, very high. You've got an absolute gift. You can still buy silver at $110 per ounce. Soon it's going to be $200. Soon it'll be $500. You must try your best to buy silver. Put everything else on hold. Sell what you can. Try and accumulate physical silver. Do not buy ETFs. Do not listen to people who say ETFs are the way to go. And Dave Silver's doing it the most stupid, idiotic way possible by buying physical silver. That's what this guy, Raynard Wilson, has said. It's the most idiotic way to buy physical silver. You want to buy paper or digital promises or silver. That's the best. It's up to you who you listen to. But I implore you, do not listen to idiots like that. You must buy real silver. Get prepared for the hard times we've got down the road. The banking system will collapse.
Plastic bags containing solid silver bars. And so I always sort of think of that as possibly the most insane form of precious metals investment because it's the least fungible form of silver as money, because if you actually did have to pay for something, you can't really get change from a bar of silver in any practical way. What if you want to buy? Famously, do you remember what was his name? Sovereign Pete claiming that he could go to France and buy a croissant with a gold bullion coin. Well, that would be the world's most expensive croissant, and you would obviously get you'd get change in euros. So whatever advantage that he perceived this gold bullion having as a means of exchange and value preservation, it would be undone literally the first time you tried to use it. I suppose you could imagine some kind of currency system where people go and buy their croissant, and the way they actually pay for it is they shave a few grams of metal off their giant gold bar, and that relies on the patisserie having some kind of highly calibrated microbalance. So, I think let's park this idea, because it's precious metals as a means of directly paying for something, physical commodities as literal money, like a pirate might have, is a profoundly stupid idea. But you could invest in precious metals ETFs. So I actually made some good money a few years ago by betting on a precious metals basket. So it had gold, silver, platinum. These are all, these metals all have some industrial uses. And, I got lucky. It went up quite rapidly. And then I flipped some money into Bitcoin, and it went up even more rapidly. And, you know, I've been very lucky out of these things. So my issue with Dave isn't so much that, it's not that I'm arguing that silver won't go up, because I think at the moment we're in quite a high inflationary period. So non-inflationary things will by definition hold their value more so than inflationary things. But it's not really a choice of money under the mattress versus silver, gold, or Bitcoin. You know, the wise investor has a portfolio of all sorts of different things. But still, let's talk about, like, if you are going to invest in precious metals, Dave's still going about it in the dumbest possible way. As you could invest in ETFs, you could